I have to roll this in special, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get anywhere else. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Cautionary Tale of Netflix.
Welcome to Cautionary Tales of Netflix. We're Netflix and Swill. You know, 1-star movies are terrible. They'll make you want to gouge your fucking eyes out. And that's what this show is all about. Warning people about the dangers of shitty movies.
And we are thrilled, ladies and gentlemen, here on the live stream for The Cure. We are joined, of course, by Dan, who's in studio. And you guys see over here to my right, Gerald is now in the house as well from Two Peas on a Podcast. And the absolutely beautiful, amazing co-host of Netflix and Swill. Look how sexy you look. You look suave and sophisticated right now. I want to kiss you on the face. It's Caleb Brownlee, ladies and gentlemen. I love you. Welcome to the live stream for The Cure, brother.
Thank you.
How are you?
If I was doing any better, they'd be calling me Gerald.
Oh my Lord. So I don't know who wants to talk about what we're doing here or whatever, but or do we want to do what's your Swill first? Is that a thing? I don't have the sound drop for that. Doing. Do I have the sound drop for that?
No.
Wait, I might. Hang on.
Caleb and I can do it if we don't have it.
You guys just do it then.
Can we please get some alcohol into my mouth?
He hates these cans. Stay away from the cans.
Nailed it.
All right. Gerald, you bought this for us. Talk about it.
You're going to shame me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, look, I should preface by saying I don't want Caleb to be upset. I brought a bunch of local North Carolina beers. But they're not
I'm not
cold.
upset by that.
Well, they're not cold, so I just went to the...
Yeah, he hasn't hit himself unmuted in whereby. Leave yourself muted in whereby, Gerald. You're piped through my mixer.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to...
Actually, I don't hear him through the mixer.
I don't hear him either.
Yikes.
That's all right. I don't have anything important to say. At least not right now. Boom.
Gerald, silence your goddamn phone. Unprofessional garbage can.
10-hour drive will do that to you.
All right.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, I mean, it's not... Yeah. It's not a powered mic, so...
Wait, what?
Is that XLR just a piece of shit? I think that XLR cable's dead. Yeah, swap out that XLR cable because, yeah, that thing's just not working.
I'll describe it for everybody. So, myself, Gerald, and Nick are drinking the Samuel Adams Porch Rocker.
I forgot how much I fucking hated Porch Rocker. It's terrible.
It is refreshing and tangy Radler.
Tastes like a bag of liquid dicks.
4.5% alcohol by volume, 8 IBUs, and you know exactly how it tastes.
Like a bag of liquid dicks.
What's that?
I've got
it should be back in that
one
box.
as well here if we need.
Caleb,
Somewhere.
what do you have?
All right. Well, as a going away present when I left my previous employment, my coworkers all chipped in and got me a bottle of Lagavulin 16-year Islay single malt Scotch whiskey.
There you
Grab,
It is.
I've got another one in that box right there.
It's delicious. It tastes like you're drinking liquid smoke.
Liquid smoke, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I check my audio with myself? Because Gerald just got here. That's literally what it was.
He literally just
You
got
see,
here,
Dan,
and then we made him immediately go to the store for us.
Yes.
the thing that gives the Scotch its flavor is the peat.
Pete and Pete?
I don't know if that's going to be long enough.
No, peat moss. They dig it up from the bogs in Scotland. That's what they use as their firewood.
Put your mic over here.
So they actually malt the grains over it, and whenever the grains dry, it locks in a lot of the smokiness from it. So that's what gives.
I promise, ladies and gentlemen,
flavor.
all of this Gerald fixing his microphone stuff is going to be infinitely more enjoyable than watching Undercover Grandpa.
Debatable.
I really
No.
want to try like a good. So Caleb, outside of like, I don't know how expensive that scotch that you have, that Lagavulin 16 is. I imagine pretty expensive, but like if I wanted to try a scotch that was like a good one that was relatively affordable, like $40-$50 a bottle range, what would you recommend?
I mean, out of the scotches I've had, this was like a fucking big treat yourself thing. I got my first bottle of this. It's like $90 a bottle.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I haven't tried any like sort of mid-range scotches, but I have had J&B blended, which is garbage. I got that for I forget what show I was on, but there was a run there where like over a period of like 3 months, I was on like 7 different podcasts to talk about John Carpenter's The Thing, and J&B is what Mac drinks in that movie, so I got that. And it made me very, very sick and want to die.
Oh.
Big fucking yikes.
Dan, you're not in the whereby call.
Oh. No.
Gerald, your camera is off.
I'm having difficulties.
I have it turned down right now. Are you plugged in?
Well, Nick, why don't you and me just carry the show then?
Caleb, we want to talk about Undercover Grandpa?
Grandpa?
Oh, is that what we were supposed to watch? I watched Undercover Brother 2, which is also on Netflix.
Hey, Caleb, do you know what I did the whole time?
Starring Michael Jai White.
I rolled out pasta sheets and made homemade lasagna. So I'm only really qualified to have a discussion about homemade lasagna right now and not Undercover Grandpa because I paid so little attention to it because it was so fucking boring. Like,
So mad I don't
excruciatingly
get any
boring.
of your. I'm so mad I don't get any of your homemade lasagna.
I will make you some next time I see you. I made it at your bachelor party in the ghetto, remember?
Yeah. It was a developing
Part
neighborhood.
of town that is alone.
Developing into another crime scene. Oh my god. How did we not get shot down there? Ah, that was a fun bachelor
Because we
party,
stayed
though.
the fuck in after dark.
That's true. The axe throwing was great. The Pirates game was great.
You're welcome.
That Indian place was great. Man, like that was just a great weekend. And then that was when we all got introduced, or most of us got introduced to Letterkenny, which we've all become obsessed with. Because it's amazing.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love you. You're beautiful.
You remember when
Dan, you
I was
jumped
like,
out of the
hey,
whereby call again.
I'm aware I did.
let's fucking hang out and play board games. And then I brought all kinds of board games to my bachelor party. And then I made the mistake of putting Letterkenny on the TV. And then we didn't play any games.
Chris Yaney dropping a $30 donation in there. We are now at $30.46. Thank you very much, Chris Yaney, for your $30 donation. That is absolutely beautiful. So, all right, so let's take 2 seconds here. So, what's going on over here now?
Well, can you hear me? Is my mic on? Can you hear me?
Your microphone's turned up, yes.
Can you hear me?
No.
You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Right? Remember when Gerald got here and literally everything fucking broke?
Yeah, everything stopped working as soon as Gerald got here.
And Dan, you can't hear anything now?
No, my Firefox is
Ooh.
just like
Damn.
completely shut down, basically.
See, I can see the...
That sip fucking burned all the way down.
Ooh. You know what burns every time I take a sip of it, too? Porch Rocker by Samuel Adams.
Come on, bro.
Tastes like fucking
Oh.
Lysol mixed with
I
beer.
was gonna guess Cat Girl Pee.
This is probably a close approximation.
I think Julio has it right. I tried to finish Undercover Grandpa, and I fell asleep.
Fucking Gerald, Jesus God. Gerald, say something?
Something. Testing.
Nope.
Yeah, you got nothing. You got no juice over there.
We're
Are
gonna.
you sure your mic doesn't need phantom power or something?
I mean, I don't know. I can hook it up to the mixer I brought, which is what I always do.
That's why. Your mic needs phantom power.
Okay, so I'll use my mixer.
No, you're fine.
you're fine now.
I just turned on phantom power.
Oh, okay.
Like, God,
You know what?
get him the
God
fuck
damn
out.
it.
You know what? I just got here. Be sweet to me.
Oh,
I
God.
just fucking made
It's
a
not
grocery
even
run
part of
for
our
you.
podcast.
Did you even watch Undercover
Live stream
Grandpa,
for the
Gerald?
Cure and
He
Swill.
did not.
I watched the first 5 minutes.
I feel like, is it like hyper picking everyone up now? Like, are we all super loud now? I feel like we're all...
Jesus Christ.
It's fine.
So-
please progress.
Gerald is
The,
way
the
louder.
longer
Holy
XLR
shit.
would have worked.
Whatever.
We'll figure.
Can we worry about this after this segment?
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about our story today, about a grandpa who really fucked up. It's called Undercover Grandpa.
Yeah. This movie's pretty stupid. Let me give you the IMDb stats. Okay. This is a 2017 Canadian action comedy family film. It's rated PG-13, so no one actually dies in it.
Right.
Despite like 50 million fucking gunshots. When the girl he likes goes missing, Jake enlists the help of his grandpa and grandpa's former special ops buddies. This is rated a 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb fucking somehow, putting it 0.1 stars behind Tall Girl. This is a merciful 94 minutes.
So I did a half and half combination of semolina flour and whole wheat flour to make my pasta sheets for my lasagna. And that's an appropriate allegory to Undercover Grandpa because you know how you work that gluten and you get that nice, like thin, flexible pasta sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was more
And then the gluten
descriptive.
makes your dick fly off.
That was more depth than any of the characters in this movie achieved. Is that depth of stretchiness in the lasagna sheets. Guys, I'm only going to talk about lasagna this whole segment because this movie was a fucking bag of dicks.
This movie
This
sucks.
movie was so fucking bad.
So, just to summarize this movie real quick. All it is a kid likes a girl, convinces her to go on a date by over gesticulating and like flipping his hands all over the place while he's talking to her because he's nervous. She gets kidnapped by some Russian guy, and then they have to go save her. And that's the movie.
I'm going to read some IMDb quotes from this movie.
Oh my God in heaven.
Wendell, why don't you just put us both out of our misery and ask Angie out? Jake Bouchard, ask her out. What are you, nuts? I grew up with her. I've known her since I was 4. Wendell, even better. It'd be like dating your own sister. In not a creepy dating your own sister kind of way.
Oh God, I have God filters.
Wow.
I've given him too much
You ought
power.
not have done that. So while I was watching this, I typed up a list of stupid things that happen in this movie.
Sure.
First of all, our leading man, who isn't James Caan, looks like Zac Efron with a Bieber haircut.
Yes.
Yes.
He also
They have
looks like
generic. They have generic ass bad guys who come from Durkistan.
We from
you can
Russia. You can tell by my terrible accent.
Well, you can tell that they're bad guys because they have accents and foreigners are scary. Yeah, there's. I mean, I'll say this for the movie. It kind of gets to the point. Like, it's like 15, 20 minutes, and then like the plot happens. So it doesn't like fucking make you watch the high school hijinks too much. So a boy is stalking girl because he's an incel and can't just talk to her. She approaches him and they talk and set up a date remarkably. But Bieber hair might not get to go on the date because his dipshit grandpa gets 2 nights a month out of the nursing home to come over for dinner. And they get to hear his old war stories and pretend like he's not shitting himself at the table. So he manages to, I guess, squeeze both things into the evening. I forget why this happened, but like he was going to meet the girl, but he had to drive his grandpa somewhere. probably back to old person prison. I mean, the nursing home. And I guess her car broke down. Then the bad guys happened to be close by.
Yes.
And she saw them, and they stole her. So James Caan starts looking around the scene of the disappearance. It's like, hey, here's a specific type of shell casing that isn't a real thing. It's a fucking made up Russian sounding word. And I'm gonna spray some luminol on the ground, and the footsteps and tire tracks light up, which isn't how luminol works.
Right. It needs a black light for anybody who is not aware of luminol.
Yeah. So they find out that attractive girl tries to break out of her imprisonment by picking the lock on the door she's like locked behind with one of her hoop earrings that she bends out of shape. And this is where I'm going to read one of the cool goofs that somebody wrote for IMDb.
Oh boy.
Somebody took the time to write this. Goofs. The girl uses an earring to pick a lock. Locks cannot be opened using just one tool. Two are needed. One to pick the cylinder and the other to turn it.
Someone cared enough to write that. What the fuck?
Someone was really upset. Then what happens?
Then what happens is we shout out. So big shout out here for both your own show, Netflix and Swill, because you guys are amazing. $100 donation from your Patreon, from your patrons this month. Thank you so much,
hooray.
Netflix and Swill listeners, including myself. And also $88 donation from the 2Ps patrons. Thank you very much, Gerald, and all of your amazing patrons for all of your amazing donations. And guys, that puts us at 32.34, 32, almost 32.5% of the way toward our goal for a future immune to cancer. So thank you so much for patrons again of Netflix and Swill and of 2Ps on the podcast. You guys are all amazing. Thank you. And what else happened in this movie?
Back to synopsis. The telling of the movie.
Can I just go sit in the corner and cry for the rest of the segment, and you guys will just put the camera on me?
Go eat your lasagna. Put some cottage cheese in it.
Ugh.
I got you.
No, right now.
So they have to hack into the ambulance, like the 911 call database, so that they can try to track down where the girl's at. So they go and see the oldest man in the world. And they bring his nerd friend so he can hack the mainframe.
Well, yeah, because he's a 16-year-old boy, and he's like, "This is the best guy I know."
Yeah. So Undercover Grandpa has an Arduino board that he like plugs into this like the military cell phone or something.
An old
and like can hear this
nuclear reactor.
911 call.
Yeah.
So like an Arduino. This happens before they see the oldest man in the world. It's actually a product that I've owned and have used before. It's like a circuit board for like prototyping electronics. So it's like a programmable circuit board. You can fucking build like little robots and shit with it. But he has one of those that they used as a movie prop, and there's just a single wire going from that to a cell phone, and he uses that to like listen in on the fucking 911 call. So they have to go and like hack this 911 database, and it's like the fucking, what was it in Civil War where like Baron Zemo, his brain was like in the computer, but it's like an old ass fucking computer with like tape reels and shit.
Yes.
So this kid has to fucking hook his Alienware laptop up to it and hack the mainframe. So there's a scene of him typing fast and like his being hacker man with his fake ass terminal program, and then he says, "I'm in."
Well, no.
Meanwhile, like
the most important part about that, they ADR over top exactly what he's doing, because you didn't get it from what they said the previous line.
Mm-hmm. Also, like the old, incredibly old man who owns all of this communications equipment. Like the kid is like, well, my fucking calculator has more power than this old ass computer. And this guy goes, well, maybe the Japs have you convinced that smaller is better, but this is the most reliable machine ever.
And I went, oh, good, racism.
Yeah.
Can we very quickly shout out the Bubby for a $25 donation? Thank you, Bubby.
Oh, thank you, Bubby.
I can't call her Bubby.
You can call her whatever the fuck you want.
They and then they go to rally the rest of the team so they can like fucking go rescue this girl. And like every time there's a scene transition, there's like this generic fucking like military movie like transition music. Yep. And then they have like the MASH font come up saying like the time and the location and stuff.
Which holy
so the next member of their team that they go to recruit is a climbing expert. They say he's a climbing expert.
Don't you know any climbing experts? What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then the next guy is a camo expert, which like what the fuck is a camo expert? So they go and recruit the oldest men in the universe to fight these terrorists. And then they have a map of the compound, and there's like they zoom in on it, and like it's like a pop-up book, and then there's like little shotgun shells and stuff that they put on showing their like entry points, but there's like a fucking stop motion sequence of them planning their siege, which is amazing. But none of the old people want to do it because they're old and they want to be up for the early bird special, and and they don't want to miss Price is Right. So the millennial kid has to give the boomers an inspirational speech about not quitting.
About how shitty his own generation is.
Yeah, he gives the most boomer speech of all time.
Yeah. So yeah, and then there's like this fucking long, ridiculous siege sequence. Is there anything else that anybody else wants to throw in before we get into the dramatic climax of this movie?
Oh, wow.
Yes. So there's a goof, actually. And this isn't like one of Caleb's cool goofs. This is like the stupidest goof I've ever seen. So if everyone remembers back to Taken 3, with the scene of Liam Neeson climbing over the fence, we have a mirroring of that. Because James Caan climbs over a fence. And they do
yes,
about 1 billion
that's on
times.
my list of stupid things.
Okay, so James Caan does that. And then he does like a military role, and then you see him pop up like in the foreground of the shot. Now, if you pay attention, you actually see the stuntman's foot and ass a split second before you see James Caan stand up in frame. So they haven't even completed the stunt, and James Caan just ascends.
Yeah, this is what I wrote down. Stunt double flops over the fence, and James Caan stands up 5 feet in front of him.
My favorite part about all the stunt work in this movie is that literally every time they show the old men, they're moving. I mean, they're legitimately moving. It's kind of like in The Irishman when Robert De Niro has T-Rex arms when he's attacking that shop owner. Only 10 times worse because all these guys are moving so slowly. And then you cut to stunt doubles who are moving like so much faster. It's just like, it's not even remotely believable stunt work. Like, it's just like, if you want to have them be old men, like, and do this whole thing where they can do whatever they want and they can just make them be old then. Like, why do you have them doing like ninja stuff and like all this dumb stuff they'd never be able to do?
Because it's stupid.
Yes.
Also at the same time, there's the one guy has to like his point of entry for some reason is to walk across the bottom of the riverbed in this fucking antique dive suit.
Oh my god.
So he looks like the fucking like the little decorations you'd put in like a fish tank, like the old bell helmet and shit. And he's walking across the bottom of the river with his fucking walker
in plastic wrap.
Yes, and for some reason Diver Dan's fucking tank is filled with nitrous oxide
hold on.
instead of oxygen, but somehow he doesn't just suffocate and die.
I don't appreciate you giving him my name as part of his nickname. I don't appreciate it. Change it to
Scuba
literally
Steve, then.
There we go, Scuba Steve.
Yeah. And just like always, the boomers are completely useless and everybody gets captured.
Like real life.
But they're so non-threatening that no one just shoots them in the face.
Oh my god.
Like,
so they have
old.
like
They're so adorable.
So these old men start like fighting these like young men who presumably have like a similar level of training, but they just don't have the years and years and years and decades and years and decades of experience that they do. So like they kind of have like a long shootout and like all the old guys run out of ammo. So the fucking old guy who walked across the river just decides to turn his fucking... He has all these batteries on a vest, so he just uses those to fucking turn his walker into the fucking BFG from Doom and just fucking murk everybody.
He creates his own Tesla coil. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
This movie's ridiculous. It even makes a sound like... Bwah!
Christopher Nolan is an executive producer on this.
Yeah. I'm amazed that, like, they didn't just show one guy get hit with it and just fucking turn into a skeleton.
Shlee is shouting out in the chat, hashtag justice for Jessica Walter, who pops up in this movie as the head of the spy organization, apparently.
Yeah.
Fitting nicely into her pigeonhole.
And she says, I've never cared for James Caan.
And also shout out to executive producer Bane over here. Thank you very much. $100 donation from Mr. Brennick. And also, you guys noticed Drew Hallam is back in the chat. So at the end of this segment, before we get into the 4 o'clock hour, we're going to bring Drew in here to do another shot of moonshine. Hashtag moonshine for Drew. Oh God. So, by the time we get to this part of the movie, I was working on my second pan of lasagna. I had put some homemade marinara sauce in there and then some cheese, and I whipped the ricotta cheese with some eggs, some salt, pepper, some oregano, and layered that in there on top of the homemade sheets and everything. The end.
That's very good, Nick.
I hated this movie so much.
This movie's so bad.
So then the old people,
get to my favorite part of the movie.
The old people fight the criminal, and James Caan throws him off the roof and says, "Swear to me," and they kill the criminal. So then they're wrapping up. Like you have your build up, your climax, your descending action, and then like all the old people are getting checked out by the ambulances who show up en masse to give them their hard candies and blood pressure medication. And then James Caan just has a fucking heart attack.
Wait,
and
my favorite part before that happens. So this girl, the girl is kidnapped at the very beginning of the movie. The only thing you learn about her is she has an ex-boyfriend who she broke up with 2 weeks ago, and she was like a childhood friend with our, Zac Efron Bieber-haired protagonist. And then, like the old guys go up to her like at the end of the movie, and they're like, "Could you introduce us to your girlfriend?" And he's like, "She's not my girlfriend." And she's like hell I'm not. And
like
then
hell
goes in
I'm
and
not.
kisses. It's just like, for that brief moment, guys, I stopped making lasagna and just started laughing.
It's very good.
It's like, I was just like, what the actual fuck? Like, they've had like one real conversation, like for 2 minutes at the school before she was kidnapped. And then she randomly calls him to come and get her, which, who breaks down in front? What is it? The old sock factory? Is that what it was?
He saved her life with a bunch of old men. So now legally she owes him sex.
That's very true.
Yes,
that's true.
By Canadian law.
That is very, very true.
I want to point out, Loisos
In Canada, we call a slow Cosby love.
Loisos should not be mad about this movie because he's an executive producer. Because don't think we didn't miss the sock factory, because we didn't.
Yeah, everybody was aware of the sock factory, Loisos.
Yep.
Oh my! And then Caleb was mentioning. So James Caan up and has a heart attack and dies.
Yeah, and at this point I was like, well, there's no way that he's actually dead, because they were literally talking about him going into like deep cover by pretending to be dead earlier in the movie. So then there's fade to black 1 month later.
At least they move forward in time.
Yeah, so they're at Grandpa Dipshit's fucking funeral, and fucking Efron Bieber has his cool funeral shades on. His cool clip-on funeral shades that clip onto his glasses that he didn't wear for the whole movie.
Oh my God, damn it.
So him and girlfriend and old men are sad about things. And then they do like another jump cut, and it's to Bieber hair and girlfriend walking up to his house, except now he's got like a cool swept back Corey Feldman ass haircut.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that time has passed, and fucking Grandpa Dipshit, who is supposed to be in deep cover, just walks up to him. He's like, "Hey, I'm not dead at all."
No, he's really like, well, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite
I was
color?
like, well, I knew that.
Thank you very much, John, for your $50 donation, guys.
Jesus.
That brings us to $34.09, 34% of the way toward the goal for a future hashtag immune to cancer. And that, I think, was one of my favorite parts of the movie as well. The surefire way to make sure you maintain your deep cover and your cover story that you're dead is to just show up in broad daylight in public at your family's house.
At your family's house.
And be hey, guys.
And then Jessica Walters in the car because they're going off to test out each other's new replacement hips. And Grandpa tells his grandson all about, you know, how he's taking Viagra now, so he's really going to be able to put it to her.
Jessica Walter is actually just like, get in, loser. We're going to Country Kitchen Buffet.
Yeah.
Oh my God in heaven.
So this was a very good movie.
Yes. I want to point out something that you didn't talk about, but
tell me about it, stud.
I will. I got chills; they're multiplying. So when they get KFC,
losing control. Sorry.
So they get KFC. However, if you look in the boxes,
that was your segue, man.
Oh, I know. I should have got.
God damn it!
I fucking hate you, Gerald. They get KFC, but if you look on the boxes in the bag, it actually says PFK. And I don't know what the fuck that is, because immediately after, everything they're eating out of says KFC. So I don't know what they were doing.
You want to know what my favorite part of that dinner scene is? Is that the mother is extremely, condescendingly yelling at the grandfather like he's deaf and hard of hearing and stupid. She's like, "Dad, do you want to go home?" But then, she'll in the same scene just talk to him in a normal voice, and I'm just like, "But it doesn't make any sense." It's like they filmed it twice, and then she forgot what she was doing the first time they filmed it, and just decided to yell her lines really irritatingly the second time around. Thank you very much. I believe that was the Velvet Drizzle, ladies and gentlemen, dropping in a $10 donation.
People really want that Criterion.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to hear IMDb user reviews?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait, Dan's making us hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on for one more day.
In reference to what Nick was saying, it sounded like, "But Father, what if something happens to you?"
And I definitely want to hear some IMDb user reviews for this movie, for the love of God.
By the way, Loy Sauce says PFK is Canadian KFC.
But why is it both?
Why
Why
are they
is there
getting
both-
food from Canada and then
and then having American boxes? It makes no sense.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to spread the love across the world.
Fuck you, Gerald.
All right. IMDb user reviews for Undercover Grandpa. Paguzik73666 says 8 stars out of 10. Surprisingly not bad.
What?
After reading reviews online, I did not particularly want to see this film, but I had a Redbox coupon for 16 cents, so I rented it.
Okay.
It was not as bad as any of the reviews said. It wasn't the best movie ever, but I would recommend watching this movie for people of all ages. It's funny and has action, which makes it a perfect film.
What the fuck?
I think the fact that it's a 16-cent rental kind of speaks for itself.
11 out of 16 found this helpful.
Oh my god. And yeah, that was John DeQuilla that dropped that $50 donation in there. Thank you, John DeQuilla. And then the chat is just going crazy with things like dirty, sexy money, dirty, sexy herpes infested money. My brother said if Dan whipped out his unit, the money would go up faster.
You sure about that?
Christine said hashtag cocaine is a hell of a drug. Oh my god in heaven. I need
Yeah.
more reviews. More reviews.
K. Matlack says 1 star out of 10. Possibly the dumbest movie I've ever seen. This may not have been the worst movie I've ever seen because there were so many terrible movies being made anymore, but it certainly feels like it. Stupid plot with old retired government agent elements swiped from Bruce Willis's Red, but much older men. The Robert Duvall old guy, young whippersnapper fight scene from Secondhand Lions, and what seems to be the now requisite dopey teen love story. And I was once again reminded of what an awful, truly awful actor James Caan is. Ugh.
Boom.
I can't believe I watched the thing all the way through. Another example of the complete lack of quality and creativity in entertainment anymore.
Yes,
I mean,
the studio that no one's heard of. Yeah, they're the benchmark of.
I feel
quality and
like
control.
when I was watching this movie, like, I mean, you guys are familiar with the Expendables franchise and all that, but I feel like they decided to make an Expendables for like
geriatrics,
nursing home level geriatrics, where like legitimately like you can't even walk anymore properly, or you like,
yeah,
it's just like, but it's just
yeah, Gerald's generation.
Like, it would have been much more convincing if they would have like had a bunch of grandkids they all brought along to do stuff and like made them all do. I don't know.
Yeah, Voice Sauce is right here. James Caan isn't a bad actor. He just didn't give a fuck. Yes,
He wanted to get
correct.
paid.
Yeah.
Jag114 says 8 out of 10, a great fun movie.
What the fuck is going on?
Don't understand why it's so low rates on here. It's a good family fun movie.
Here comes the money.
Randy? $10 donation. 34.29.69. 34.29.69. Thank you so much, Randy, for your donation. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of your amazing donations. You guys are all just absolutely crushing it here, making it rain on the Netflix and Swill boys.
Voice Sauce.
You guys have now donated, aside from the actors' salaries, you guys have now donated more than this movie's entire budget. So congratulations.
All of
That's
James
probably true.
Caan's grandkids leave reviews at IMDb.
I kind of wanted to just throw this out randomly while I'm on air here. If somebody donates $19.93, which is 1993 is the year that this game came out, on next year's live stream for The Cure, I will do a segment of me doing a full playthrough of Mega Man 6 on the NES. Because it's the only one that I feel confident in beating quickly on a stream.
That's fair.
You can just do what Brentley did at my bachelor party and just consistently run into a
And just
hole.
keep jumping into the pit on Metal Man stage over and over.
Ashley, fucking die. Also, Loy Sauce, and anybody else who has seen this
93
movie,
is the year I was born. Jesus,
give
Loy
a
Sauce,
quick
you're a
2-sentence
baby.
review for Undercover Grandpa.
Oh god. Like, it's not even like, it's just like everything about it. And I just watched Battlefield Earth, so everything should reflect better. Like everything
Oh,
should at least
Battlefield Earth, you mean Scientologist Passion of the Christ?
everything should at least by comparison like feel better or like seem like it's better, but it's just literally nobody gave a fuck. Like legitimately nobody gave a shit. All the actors in this literally just wanted to get paid, except for the young actors who were like, hey, there's a bunch of like old actors that we've heard of and it would be cool to work in a project with them for some reason. It's like the most passionless thing I've seen since I watched Battlefield Earth, which
my favorite part was that a man who is in Gerald's favorite movie of all time, Goodfellas, was in this movie. The guy who played Paulie is a person in this movie.
All right. He's got to be old now, huh?
Yeah, yes, that's why he's in this movie.
Here comes the
Fucking
money.
idiot.
Here we go.
thank you very much, Julio, for a $10 donation. $34.39.69.
Oh, good 2 sentences, Caleb.
Does anybody have anything else to say about Undercover Grandpa?
No. It's bad. It's fucking garbage.
It's very bad.
It's very bad.
What
I just noticed that. Oh my god.
What do you guys want to talk about now?
What? So and I know people need to listen to Netflix and so because that's what they should be doing to get all their latest things on all things Netflix. But if you could give like a quick like recommendation or two, like for things for people to watch in quarantine, what should people be watching on Netflix besides Undercover Grandpa? Because I mean, this should all be top of your watch list, obviously.
Undercover Grandpa 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Undercover Grandpa 2, the Fountain of Youth. He goes undercover as a 12-year-old.
BoJack Horseman, obviously.
I've been watching a Netflix original anime show called Parasite: The Maxim. It's about alien parasites that like take control of people, but there's like a kid got parasited, but it didn't manage to like take control of his brain. So like him and his parasite become like a superhero duo and fight the bad parasites. It's actually not bad.
Tiger King is fine. You should watch Maniac on Netflix, actually.
I agree with that.
Die. No one cares. Never mind. Don't watch Maniac. Gerald recommended it. Never mind.
Undercover Great Grandpa, make it happen.
Thank you so much, Julio.
Will it just be like a Fast or a Furious 7 where Jason Statham is carrying around like the baby in a crib thing? Or I don't know what it's called. I don't know about baby shit. But he
A baby Bjorn?
Sure. And he's shooting guys. I just want James Caan to do the same thing with a baby, because he has his grandson's thing. Child. I don't care.
You see my giant water bottle? Is the water
I don't have a
huge or am I
fucking blue
tiny?
waffle.
Oh my lord. Oh my god in heaven. We should have watched literally anything else. But I guess that would be against the spirit of
Cautionary
the Cautionary Tale of Netflix, yeah.
So you just want to watch Fred 2. Got it.
I watched Red.
I was so angry with myself while I was watching this.
Fred 2. Not Red 2.
Oh, Fred 2.
Fred 2.
We could have watched Fred the movie too. I'm so sad that Ketrin still hasn't seen Fred the movie.
I know, right?
It's been like a year and a half, Ketrin. Get with the program. Someday she's going to be bored and like it's going to be on TV and she's going to randomly be walking by it and she's going to hear, "Oh my damn it!"
Oh
What?
my damn it!
Ashley wants to know, why did you choose it? Because it's a bad movie. That's the point.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Have you maybe listened to our show before?
Oh my lord. Let's see. Loisaw says Undercover Grandpa is well intentioned, but the script is just too hackneyed and the production value is too dirt cheap for it to be passable as entertainment. The film's low moment of redemption. The film's lone moment of redemption is a scene in which foreign terrorists are burnt to a crisp by an ancient gentleman shooting electricity out of his walker. And thank you, Gerald, for a $100 donation.
That's in honor of Netflix and Swill. One of my faves.
Look at you, Gerald.
Man.
My dudes.
Dan's right across the table. Why don't you just crawl underneath it and pull his shorts out and suck his dick?
I might.
I'm still on camera. Don't fucking fall for this shit.
All right, okay.
Oh my god.
Suck his dick like Chris Yaney sucked my dick in Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. Brad says he lost us.
I don't I'm watching the slider like it's moving as we're talking. I don't understand how people are losing things.
Gerald talking to you, right?
Hello.
Gerald's peaking really bad. Aside from that, Caleb, you can hear all of us, right?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
Ooh, turn me up. Fuck Gerald.
It sounds. Well, I mean, it's. We're gonna have to do some tech stuff while we do the segment, which is the pre-recorded segment from Weird, Wacky, Wonderful Stories.
Oh.
We're gonna have to do some tech stuff because
So now we're good.
Brought a phantom power microphone that needs phantom power. Now I didn't do anything, Brad. I didn't even do anything. Brad, you know what? Brad's probably sitting there like fiddling with like the headphone jack into his phone or into his computer, like.
Drew, you sound fine. Also, Drew, get in here.
Yeah, that's true. You guys want to do some hashtag moonshine for Drew right now?
Yes.
Drew shine for moon.
For a second, it sounded like y'all were on built-in mics with heaps of room noise. I think that's Gerald's microphone because Gerald's microphone, like I said, I had to turn on the phantom power on my mixer in order to make Gerald's microphone. Like, Gerald gets here and ruins everything. What a shock.
Gerald's a piece of shit.
Ashley, freaking morons. I know. I obviously know you wanted a bad movie.
Oh my god. We're going to get Drew Halliman here. We're going to do some hashtag moonshine for Drew because watching Drew drink moonshine is infinitely more enjoyable than anything that happened in Undercover Grandpa. And no, Loisaws, there's no moment of redemption in it.
Yeah, there isn't.
It's not even, no.
A moment
By
of
then it's
redemption
too little too late.
Brings it, like, is something that theoretically brings it back to being good. It's never good at any point. It's like, oh, that's stupid. And kind of hilarious with how cheap they're doing it.
It's just very clear to me, and that's the kind of problem I have with movies like this, and that's one of the things I said when I talked about Battlefield Earth with Brad as well, is it just feels passionless. It just feels like nobody involved with it gives a literal fuck. Like they're just doing it to get paid, and it's very, very obvious, and it's really, really, really sad. Like, except for, like, maybe the young kids are like, hey, this is an acting gig, and I'm in it with James Caan and all these people. Like, hey... But it's just like it's very clear that nobody fucking cared whatsoever, and the director just clearly didn't give a fuck. And like Dan was mentioning, like all the different fucking wipes and shit. Like holy,
yeah, it's
fuck.
like George Lucas. Oh fuck it, just put a wipe in there.
Oh fuck it, they pick up the robot and it does a screen wipe upward while they lift him.
Oh my god. I don't know, Drew. Are we getting Drew in here? Where's Drew? Are we getting him in here? Drew, are you coming to do moonshine? Or are you going to save it and do 2 at 4,000? Is that what he's waiting for? Remember, guys, at $4,000. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to switch over to the single cam. Once again, we got Drew Hallam, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Drew.
Hi, kids.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, look, since last you were here, I have acquired more people.
Where were you hiding them?
Well, I cried one person and a Gerald. I don't classify Gerald as a person.
Gerald, I'm glad to see you're alive. I mean,
Guys are being
texting and
so sweet
driving.
to me upon arrival.
Yeah, remember when Gerald was driving up here from North Carolina and we kept getting messages from him in the chat the whole fucking way?
Right?
Oh, my God. So you, sir, and we're already well on our way to $4,000 at this point
I can see that.
So you're going to be coming back,
I'm excited.
I'm pretty sure, in short order. But yeah, we have, my friend, some moonshine to be consumed. So it's the stage is yours, my friend.
Oh, you know, we're going for it again.
There it is.
Get a nice good shot going. There's your White Dog Buffalo Trace.
Hang on, wait. No. Oh, did you do it? No, wait. I was gonna give you a drum roll. I'm sorry.
We got to do it again.
Now you got to do it over.
No, I got to replace what I.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get any free shine.
Has to be earned.
Fucking
All right.
down the hatch.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, $3,000 moonshine for Drew. That one looks like it burned a little bit.
That one burned a little
Ooh.
because it was the first little gulp was sitting there going like.
It's like wait.
It's you know what? It's everything that has started to go wrong started when Gerald got here, so it's all Gerald's fault.
Go home.
I don't know how else to emphasize that it's all Gerald's fault.
Gerald, good to see you. Bye.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you.
thanks for showing up and getting us groceries.
Glad someone.
Why don't we
me.
get some? I should give away a prize. You guys want to give away a prize?
Yeah.
man.
Let's give away a prize. I feel like we got to end the segment on a good note after Undercover Grandpa.
That's a lot of cum.
I feel like that's a good start, Lois. Thank you.
Hashtag dicks out for Harambe, and you get a dick pic
Oh,
Ooh,
Yup.
yummy. Let's see. Who would like? Let's see. Dan, what should I give away? This is your segment.
A Criterion of someone's choice. I don't care.
A Criterion movie of someone's choice. Okay, so $10 donation or more.
Yes, it was $5 actually.
Okay, $5 donation or more gets you entered to win a Criterion Blu-ray of your choice
Of a Netflix original.
of a Netflix original.
So that includes
Yeah.
Marriage Story, Roma, The Irishman, and Atlantics.
So there you go.
Do The Irishman, it's like you get 2 movies
Yeah, it's true. You can't
because
beat
of
that.
the length. I don't know if anybody got the joke.
If you watch The Irishman, you'll also get a movie in which a whole bunch of really old men do stuff on screen that you shouldn't have to watch old men do.
Yeah.
We should send them the Criterion of Undercover Grandpa.
Criterion wishes.
Oh my God in heaven. So yeah, $5 donation or more gets you entered to win a Blu-ray Criterion of a Netflix original. Dan just listed them off there. Marriage Story, The Irishman, Roma, and something else.
Atlantics.
There you go. Those are your choices, ladies and gentlemen. Get those donations in before the 4 o'clock hour when we are going to have some pre-recorded content from Weird, Wacky, Wonderful Stories podcast running here on the stream for you. Caleb, I love you. First of all,
Thank you.
Massive shout outs to Caleb for saving his Trump bucks. He saved all of his Trump money for us, and he donated it all yesterday during the kickoff event, 1,200 biggins. And
it gave us the
off.
greatest expression you've ever made.
Yeah, I'm now a meme, apparently. So you're welcome. But seriously, thank you so much for the incredibly generous donation. And it kicked us off in style. It got us to almost 25% just on the kickoff event, not even including. And we're already at $3,500. Dan, remember we went for a walk earlier this morning, or no, last night I think we were on the way back from the airport.
Yeah.
And we were mentioning, kind of trying to map out like maybe what amounts we might be to by what point. And I think this is where we were hoping to get to by the end of the day. So the fact that we're already here is just amazing. It just shows how absolutely amazingly generous you guys are out there. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Look at this guy. You know what that is? That right there is a donation of thirst, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Hallam, $20, dropping it in there, pushing that total ever closer to 4,000 because he really wants to drink some more moonshine.
All these people just want is a Criterion. That's it.
And you know what else, guys? I got to bring it up again only because I want to play the absolutely amazing screen image. But $4,000. It's jerky time again, baby.
I'm behind on that.
So
I need to do
loud.
mine from 2.
Volcanic jalapeno, ladies and gentlemen. The volcanic jalapeno is our $4,000 jerky. So once we hit $4,000, we are going to be ripping open more carnivore candy, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Daniel's waving at me. Gerald, talk.
What temperature do you want the oven at?
I'm behind on
we say
carnivore
75?
candy. I have to do my 2K. What'd y'all do? Mango habanero, or what'd you do?
No, we did smoky sriracha. We
No,
already ate it all,
smoky
Gerald. We
sriracha.
were hungry.
I need to do it though because I was part of the deal.
gone.
Right?
We already
the
ate
whole
it.
thing's gone.
He took the rest of the
Jesus.
sriracha to pick up Dan.
Wait, Dan, get the bottle of sriracha. We'll just squirt some dungeon.
That's not gonna work.
Here, we got the pineapple habanero hot sauce.
There we go.
Maybe on a.
Hold out your finger.
Here we go. Wait, let me get him. Let me get him
Get it
front
on
and center
camera.
on the single
hold,
cam.
hold your finger.
Rub it on your
Close
gums.
to the camera. Put it.
It's right here, dude.
Close to the
Fucking Put it
camera.
on my finger. I don't want it to get on my Mac. That's good.
Rub it on your gums so you don't get addicted.
Can you bring me a glass of milk?
No, get fucked.
Oh,
I'm gonna stab him.
No, that was good though. The spicy.
That stuff is really
It's
good.
got a little something.
That stuff is really, really good. I'm a really big fan of that stuff.
All right. Well, that was my 2K.
There we go. So yeah, so once we get to $4,000, more moonshine for Drew. The next level of carnivore candy up. Like I said, we're going for volcanic. God, Caleb, teach me how to talk.
Words.
Why waste time say lot words when few words do trick?
Hooked on phonics, learn me to spoke.
Oh.
The trick is to undercook the onions.
Well,
Everyone
golly,
gets to
Mr.
know each
Taggart,
other
you use your
in the
tongue
pot.
prettier than a $20 whore.
Oh my God in heaven! So we just got a couple minutes left with the Netflix and Swill boys. Dan's already here, so he already knows everything, and he's just doing whatever. But Caleb, since we're not going to get to hear your beautiful voice much for the rest of the stream, tell us,
Yeah,
tell
I'll
us
be
where
working.
we can find you out there on the web, where they can find your show out there, and a little bit more about Netflix and Swill.
Netflixandswill.com. That's Netflixandswill.com. Your one-stop shop for all things Netflix and Swill. We are a podcast. We're on podcast hosting services where you can listen to us.
I don't have a fucking blue waffle.
Correct.
It's true. Also, check out Rabbit Ears, our little baby bird that we're nursing back to health and pushing out of the nest.
Aw.
Caleb, Christiani wants to know, will we see you next Tuesday?
You'll see me at the movies.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Buzzinga. Wait, I'm never ready.
You even did it yourself.
I get excited. I just get excited, and
Knock,
then I want to
knock,
jump in
penny. Knock, 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 penny. Knock, knock, penny.
What
How
Sheldon?
dare you?
Bazinga.
Ha, ha, ha.
That was funnier than anything I've ever seen on The Big Bang Theory. Caleb, I love you. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time on your Thursday afternoon to join us. Congratulations again on your promotion. Caleb
Thank
just
you.
got a big promotion.
Now we just need to see if I can find a place to live.
I mean,
No.
I'm sure you'll be able to. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Can't have it all.
I'll just be a vagrant.
Can't have it all.
Or you could just be a vagrant. That's always fine.
All right, that was a really good joke, Joe. I'm
Oh,
really
thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank you. I knew you'd come around to me.
My lord. So we're going to say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, to Caleb. We're going to say goodbye to Drew for a short period of time because he's going to be back really,
I'll be
really
back.
soon. I have to believe. And we actually have some pre-recorded content, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you from the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful Stories podcast. And coming up after that, we are going to have some pre-recorded content from the Jason and Mindy podcast. And we're going to be checking in. So, don't go away. Make sure you guys are hanging out in the chat because we're going to be hanging out in the chat and doing things. Is anybody else going to donate $5? $5 for your
Thank you.
your Criterion Netflix original. So far, we only have Drew in there. And I mean,
No, it's for the whole hour.
that was for the whole
It's
hour?
for the whole hour.
Yeah, I thought it was for the whole.
I don't know who donated in the whole fucking hour.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I did.
Get the fuck out
I
of
want
here.
my marriage story criterion.
Now you're going to make me do a whole bunch of goddamn work.
Yes. You haven't done enough. You have to do more.
Oh.
Yeah, how much of a pain in the ass it is to pull up the goddamn Streamlabs website and pull up the entire dono list?
No.
A lot.
But is it more of a pain in the ass to do that or watch Undercover Grandpa again?
Ashley said she donated $4.99. Well done.
Ashley, I love you.
BBT greater than Undercover Grandpa. What the fuck is BBT?
Big black.
Big booty hose. Bump with it.
BBT. So many things it could be.
I don't even know.
Big Bang Theory? I think that's what it's supposed to be. 'cause we were
Oh.
talking about the Big Bang
no.
Theory.
I'd rather watch Undercover Grandpa 500 million times than. Big
yeah.
Bang
I
Theory.
was trying to make it fit with like big black cock.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here
Thank you very, very much, Ashley, for your $4.99 donation.
Well done.
Oh, my God in heaven. She also does forget, though, that she donated $25 earlier in the segment.
Load it up. Only Ashley and randompicker.org.
Oh, my Lord. So, all right. So we go all the way back to here. There we go. Get it in here like so. I'm so sorry, Ashley, but I still have to include you in the drawing because you were in there.
I hope she wins, and then I'm going to buy her The Irishman.
Nice.
That's probably the movie she likes the least.
Oh, hang on. I have to remove Undercover Grandpa from here.
She says no.
All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let us roll that drum.
Come on,
once
please,
again.
Please, Ashley.
Your winner, Randy.
Oh, there you go, Randy.
Randy from the Miserable Retail Slave.
Randy, I'll hit you up on Twitter.
Yep, a Blu-ray of your choice, a Criterion Blu-ray of your choice. Thank you very much, Ashley, again for that $4.99 donation. I really, really love you so much. So goodbye, Caleb. I love you. Thank you so much again for your massive Trump Bucks donation earlier on yesterday during the kickoff event. Thank you very much, Drew. We will see you at $4,000, my friend.